Let's check in with Turning Point's White House correspondent Monica Paige at the White House. Monica, so we had talked about this a while ago, where the Senate passed a bill that said, "Hey, no, California, your whole EV mandate thing." I didn't know that the Senate could do that, but it's because of these like EPA waivers that they're allowed to. But fill us in. President Trump putting a squash to the whole every single car on the road is going to be an EV vehicle in California. That pie in the sky Gavin Newsom woke progressive nonsense crap.
Well, that's essentially right. I mean, under Joe Biden's leadership and under California Governor Gavin Newsom, there were a lot of regulations and a lot of red tape that was put on gas-powered vehicles and also diesel vehicles as well. And President Trump is saying, listen, if you're an American, you live in this country, you should be able to drive whatever car you want in this country. So essentially, he signed these congressional bills that are putting this ban on this California regulation that every car on the road needs to be electric or should be selling electric only by the year 2035. And in the previous administration, when they were starting to kind of try and get this Green New scam, this green push, this climate change initiatives passed through, they allocated millions of dollars to install electric vehicle chargers, hoping that people would maybe buy more electric vehicles. But they only really installed 8. That's it. Just 8 EV chargers throughout this last 4 years under Joe Biden. That's it. So President Trump is saying, enough with this. If you are here in this country, you should be able to drive whatever car you want. So enough with these bans, enough with these regulations. We're doing things our way, essentially.
You know, I'd like to point out to the federal government that if you need EV chargers to not be built, I can do it for a cool $2 billion. Just send $2 billion my way and I will not build an EV charger. Also in California too, I don't know if you know about this or people around the country know about this. You're not allowed to have gas powered lawnmowers anymore. So it's super interesting because I live in California. I went on the black market to buy a gas powered lawnmower because the electric ones just don't work. And it's just California
It's so
virtue
funny that you
signaling.
say that, Jobob, because in this last administration, they would have gas-powered mowers right here on the lawn. So everyone else has got to have electric mowers, but the guys back here say, okay, we're going to have gas-powered mowers. You can smell the gas every time they mow the lawn. You're like, okay, this guy's
This,
really that serious about EVs.
at the risk of going off into a whole different tangent, the city of Los Angeles several years ago banned gas powered lawnmowers, but nobody enforces it because they've literally said, well, enforcing it would be racist because the type of people that mow lawns substantially, that would be a bad thing. So it's just the virtue signaling overall is just hilarious. Hey Monica, you're not going to be here tomorrow, but I guess it's a good reason because you're going to the Young Women's Leadership Summit. Can you tell us about what to expect there? Turning Point's flagship women's conference.
This is going to be my first conference, my first time at YWLS, Joe Bob. So I'm very excited about it. And with it being my first time there, I'm also speaking at it on Saturday afternoon around 12:38 p.m. Central Time. So I've just been constructing, what am I going to say at this event? What can I expect here? I'm excited to see everybody, a bunch of like-minded young women and girls with big dreams and are all, about being welcomed home, essentially, because that's what the theme is of this year is welcome home. You have a home and a place here in America, despite your view and maybe your lifestyle not fitting in with the mainstream narrative that so many women were bought and sold, that you're your own boss woman and you don't need a man and you can do it all yourself and you could have it all. It's very different in here and it feels very welcoming and exciting. And I plan to cover comparing and contrasting the past 2 White Houses, this White House versus the last one, especially as a female reporter here where I wasn't getting any answers in the previous administration. And now this is a whole new life that we're living here. So it's very exciting and it's going to feel like one big celebration, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a super exciting event. If you're a woman, you can't go if you're a dude. Monica will be there, but no dudes.
No boys
We've been
allowed.
we've been saying that a lot, and we were promoting it on the show. YWLS happening this weekend in Dallas. Monica Paige, have a great weekend, have fun, and we'll see you Monday.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.